time. Love how they've made the popo trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Popos.
Does it go like through this and back around?
Yes.
It would flow like that, right? The story? Oh. It's the giant eagle. Bird people. No one today knows exactly why the rock art in Aotearoa was created. Worldwide, where traditional knowledge has survived, rock art is almost always associated with some form of ritual. From what we know of traditional Maori culture, it is likely that the art expresses much more than the simple observances of the natural world. Traditional Maori art forms like weaving, wood carving, and tamoko, tattooing, had powerful spiritual significance. Why would rock art be any different? For Maori rocks, mountains, and the earth itself are ancestral lineage filled with spirit by making the rock surfaces where the artist engaging with Te Ao Warua, the spirit world. In Aotearoa Tohunga, spiritual leaders interacted with and drew power from the supernatural realm. The artist may have been expressing the complex relationships between this world and unseen forces that existed above, below, within, and beyond. What we see in these images, I believe, are ancient visions of the other side. In some rock art sites, images are layered on top of each other, yet it is unclear whether these acts of creation were separated by days or centuries. Some images have clearly been painted to connect with earlier art, suggesting perhaps a respect for the previous artist or the Marae life force of the image or place itself. And other images have been placed over the top of an earlier painting, perhaps asserting the mana status of the later artist, their connection to the place or the mana of their tapuna. Tapu. In traditional Maori lore, the universe was created by many Atua gods who continue to influence the natural world as well as human affairs. All living things as well as landforms and waterways possess Wairua spirit, Maori, life force, and Tapu, sacredness, inherent from the different Atua. The Tapu of a place may relate to that spirit or to events, good or bad, that happen there. Some places are tapu by association with the deeds of an important person, or because someone is buried nearby. Regardless of the reason, the tapu of people, things, and places must be appropriately honored by going to pay respect with prayer or avoiding a place altogether. Some rock art may indicate a place that is already tapu, or perhaps the act of creating rock art sets in place a tapu at the site. Beware the tanafa. This is the Opihi tanafa. See him come to life.
No one knows exactly who drew this extraordinary piece of art on the roof of this cave in the Opihi River Valley. Some say these are taniwha, monsters who lived in certain rivers. They appeared in many forms. Most were protective guardians, others were dangerous monsters that could snatch away the lives of men. One story tells of a taniwha called Tuna, the originator of eels. Tuna was a great monster that raised a huge wave of fear amongst the wives of Tāwhaki. The heroic warrior would not allow this and set a giant hinaki trap to capture the enormous beast. When Tāwhaki hauled Tuna to shore, he cut the great fish into two pieces. His head leapt into the sea and became the koiro, or conga eel, and his tail jumped into a river where it turned into tuna, the freshwater eel. Others see the story of Raki and Papa. Papa was the Earth Mother, whose first husband was Takaroa, the god of the sea. She coupled with Raki, Sky Father, when Takaroa was away, which led to a great battle. Raki was struck down, injured, and fell to earth. Upon his healing, Raki and Papa had many children together. Just upstream from this cave, 3 rivers converge. Perhaps figures were designed to let people know where they were, and to warn others of the connection our people had with this land. Whatever the artist or artists wanted to communicate, their work is breathtaking to behold. The Opehi Taniwha is one of our most revered tauka.
History of a Rocky. You must bow your head and then let it be to a lofty mountain. If you must bow your head, let it be to a lofty mountain. Mana te tai ko Rocky. He is an ancestor. So he
Kia tuoru koutou, mihe ngauta teitei, kua aoraki ana.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to have the light, right, to
Mm-hmm.
keep everything protected. Wait.
We see a fantastic sequence in New Zealand rock art, which is one of the reasons why I'm so interested in it. It's that it's short. It starts around 1300s and it goes until contact. Contact being when the first Europeans arrived. That's 700 years. Ethnographically speaking, 700 years is nothing. And what we know is that the medium, the support, was the same, the technique was the same, the imagery changed.
What we see here is art from a whole lot of different periods. First of all, down here is some very old art. It's very faint, very washed out. I would consider it to be pre-European. It fits that kind of character. Up above it here, we've got this very elaborate pattern, which when you look closely is a sailing ship. There's undoubtedly the hull of the sailing ship here, masts, 3 masts running up, sails on it, and also little people on the deck and people in the rigging. Interestingly, we are 50k inland from the coast, so these are images brought from the coast up here to this shelter, and whatever the ideas that were running through their minds, it was sufficient for them to make these representations of the sailing ships and the rock art in a very traditional kind of a setting. This writing is in Te Reo Māori. It's also in a copperplate script, which is one of the early scripts that Māori people learned how to write in. In the early years, Māori had a very high literacy rate in Te Reo Māori. In some sites, there has been sufficient writing survive that we can start to identify some names of tupuna, and some researchers have also believed that some of the scripts that have been written are actually messages to the tupuna, messages to the ancestors.
Okay, I'll have to put you down. Two. These I haven't done yet. They're in there. There's two of them. Come out very well. Let's try that one here. Up. This is the only one that I haven't done yet. I think. Well, this is pretty. I mean,
Cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah.
Because you can't, well, obviously it's a bit of a hike to get to where the rocks are,
Right.
and some of them aren't accessible anymore. Maybe.
I got all of them. All right, I'm still recording. This one is a long one. So I think we're pretty much done. I don't know how to turn this on to give me the show. I haven't figured that out. But, oh, what a beautiful exhibit. So lovely. So if you've stuck around with me this long, you get extra kudos. Tell me something from the very end, and maybe we'll send you something. I'm collecting different little things. Different little things too. Just say, oh, grab me. Somebody's going to need you, want you, something like that. So we have a little kiwi bird. It's a little baby. I'll unveil her later. And then I got some little kiwi buttons. See what we have. I don't have my glasses on, so yeah. Kiwi buttons. So maybe we'll have some giveaways soon or something. We're talking about a raffle for a weaved basket.